Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Cloud. Okay, I decided to start in the dungeon because, well, I think it makes sense to do it that way. And as you can see on this floor, there are no Atla. This is a kind of like a special floor. As you can tell by like the ambience as you come down the stairs, it's kind of different. I don't know. Do I want to? That'd be cool to do this with this sword. I always only ever do it with the dagger. But anyway, we have a cutscene. There's like 3 random skeletons, and these ones like, you're just like, well, I don't really get that because you know you've been fighting them before, so I don't know, whatever. But now they finally talk to me and say, haha, now you die. And they're gonna come towards me, and I'm gonna be like, fuck you. That's all good. I can pretty much fight all of them as long as this game stops lagging. This capture card is lagging at the moment. Oh dear. Whoa! Get. I thought I'd throw a money bag. Oh wow, this is ridiculous. Oh shit, look at that guy. He's like better. Right, that's it. I'm gonna have to close something down on my computer because I left MSN open. And I think it's lagging me up. And hang on, I'll just close this document that I was using. I just finished my essay not that long ago. So I'm going to have to duel him. And dueling is a special form of combat. Basically, it's you have to press the buttons when they reach the middle blue bar there. And like, obviously the better you do, the better, well, I don't know. It doesn't really have much of an effect unless you get a perfect. Getting a perfect. This could be quite difficult actually if it's lagging. See, I'm a bit delayed unfortunately. Fuck! So, nastiest cutscene you'll see in the game. I don't usually lose these. I often like get perfects most of the time. Sadly, of course, there's the delay. So when it's like really early, it's ridiculous. But yeah, it's really badly delaying at the moment. I don't know why. It's just playing up quite a bit. It's a bit of a shame, really. But anyway, there's like very little point actually leaving, seeing as we haven't actually achieved anything since we came into the dungeon. So let's use Dran's Crest and we'll just go down to the next floor. And then I'll go back out to the overworld, stick all my stuff into it, and then I'll kind of cut the video there because, well, the last videos were so long. I feel really bad about making you watch like half-an-hour videos at a time. But we've gotten ourselves another cutscene with him again now. And this time you don't really look quite so shocked. He's just like, huh? Anyway, it's like, how are you going? And it's like, the floors beneath this one are even tougher. Now to the advanced course, to give you a fair chance against the meaner enemies down below. Are you using your charge attack while fighting enemies? Hold the X button down and after your body flashes, release it. With this you'll do a jump slash. It's effective against flying enemies and ground enemies. Which is true, because it is. Now let's talk more about weapons. So, how are your weapons growing? If you don't start upgrading them now, you'll get into trouble later. Before you upgrade, it's a good idea to keep attachments on. If you upgrade with them on, then the weapon that can absorb the power of the attachment to add to its own weapon. Oh yeah, we've talked about all this already. Of course there is a power limit, yeah. Stats breaks, I've talked about this before. This is all crap that I've spoken about. Okay, this is going to splash loads, isn't it? Yeah. So it's pretty pretty much what I've already told you, so that was kind of a pointless cutscene, but oh well. Do I have any repair powder? Didn't mean to go down that far. Oh, frack, I do not. So this could be a bit of a tricky floor. This might be the first time you ever see me leave. At least if I do that, what I will do is collect all the Atla first, and then I will complete this floor off screen, so you don't have to bother watching. Because it will just basically be me fighting a bunch of monsters till I get the key. And the concept with that for actually progressing in a dungeon later makes sense, I guess. Especially like the final, well, the secret dungeon at the end. That is the very only point of that dungeon, is just to get as far as you can. There are like 100 floors, and at the top is like the hardest boss in the game. But yeah, there was no point going that way yet. But yeah, I don't know. What else is new? My essay's finished. I finished that about 20 minutes ago or something, and then I thought I need to do this. It's really funny actually, because like yesterday when I was doing it, I was like really tired, but I don't know. I don't know really what happened, to be honest. It's just kind of, I had like a massive brain relapse or something stupid, and I just kind of couldn't think anymore. And so why is RecordPad telling me that I only have 33 gigabytes of space left? I'm going to check that actually, just a second, sorry. My computer. Shit. I only have that much disk space left. No wonder my computer's been slowing down. I'm going to have to go delete some videos after this one. I do have a lot of crap on my computer though. See that my weapon is getting weak already. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to thingamajiggy now. No. Then rapier. The lag was not quite as bad yesterday, but it's, I don't know, it's a bit of a pain today. I'm kind of waffling. I'm a bit tired. That's probably why I haven't got much to say. But I kind of wanted to get this done and out of the way. And isn't it? Oh shit! That's awesome. This is, yeah, I don't know. They don't explore it until he will tell you about this in a little bit. That tram oil that I got is a special item. If I rearrange my inventory, basically in that order it's a key item. And key items are like manuals, and basically that's necessary for a rusty tram to work. And as you can see on the map there, at the very top, there is a question mark. And that question mark means... Oh, I did get transgressed, that's awesome. Do I have any endurance? No. Okay. Well anyway, that question mark means that there's a back floor. And the back floor is basically an area of the dungeon which is optional, you don't have to go there. But if you go there, you're likely to find some really good weapons, and, well, not weapons, but sort of like, well, I don't know, I've found weapons on the back floor before. They're rare, but okay, so I'm pretty low on WHP now. In fact, I'm practically out. So if we repair, don't know why I went that way, but fair enough. Okay. I'd rather not use my bread up, I'd rather save it. See if there's a water place in here. I don't think anything does more damage to you at the moment than those statues do. So, I don't know. What was I talking about? Yes, the back floor. Basically, you can find weapons back there, but most of the time it's just sort of like gemstones and that sort of thing. You can find other stuff back there, but I don't know. we'll see what we find when we get there. But at the moment I'm looking for... okay, well that's the exit. So I'm looking for... obviously more Atla. I haven't even come across the dungeon map or the magic crystal yet. So I assume that if there are only 2 treasure chests left, that's what's going to be in them. Ow. Okay, I'm going to have to use a bread. I've got 3, that's all good. So it doesn't heal you fully, as you can see. You get different tiers of like food and stuff. So I don't know. It's the same with water. Bread gives you a little bit of health, I think like 50. Cheese gives you like 70 or 80 or something, and then like the chicken gives you the most. It fills you up completely, I think. And there is, like I said, I think there's a banana. Yeah, the mellow banana. But that makes you thirsty when you take it, so it's you basically sacrifice some thirst for it, and I don't think it's really worth it. I don't bother wasting those attribute sort of things. I don't mind using up... oh, would you look at that? I don't mind using up like endurance and stuff on a sword like this, because it is puny. I swear he was dead. Oh, there's 3 of them in this area. My weapon's not the right colour for low health though. Perhaps it's like below 10 or something. I thought it was always a very specific sort of number in relation to how much health it had, rather than how much exactly you have, but maybe I'm wrong. I guess I am. Well, anyway, let's just open this chest, and what have we got? We've got a treasure chest key, which is really useful, but because generally the things you get out of, you know, as a trap, you've got a 1 in 3 chance, and to be honest, only the poison is the only really bad one. So I always just go for that, and even if it's not, you know, an explosion, it will only do a little bit of damage. And curse, the curse status problem basically means you can't switch weapons. It's not too problematic, but well, it can seem that way, I guess. So I'm just trying to take some money out of my pocket. Ugh. That was the remainder from lunch. Oh, see, look at that. I'd break my weapon if I went crazy with it now. How much else was... That's got 1 hit left in it, I think. So, let's just go for that. Shit, it broke. Oh well. It's not a big deal. That was just a buffer weapon anyway. That's a really puny weapon if it broke with 4 WHP. I guess it must have been like... No, I don't want to be using that. That's crazy. It's crazy talk. I'll switch to the dagger for now. But I assume this last room will have 2 treasure chests in it. Maybe more, I don't know. Yeah, so it basically has the 2 missing items. There's absolutely no point picking them up. That's pretty much as simple as it goes. I'm gonna go and do a back floor actually. I'm afraid this episode is going to turn out to be a little bit longer than I was intending. I don't see the point in cutting it short though, because, you know, it just doesn't seem right to me. But we're right by the exit, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And my foot, I think, has gone to sleep. It feels really numb at the moment. Okay. So let's use one of these. As you can see, we took the tram and we're like going through the back floor at the moment. And like when you're on the back floor, it's got a different sort of ambience. I mean, this place has got like a sort of darker sort of colour, like everything's a bit... Okay, this could be interesting. I've seen a big chest, but on the back floor that doesn't mean much, because it doesn't mean it's going to be a weapon, necessarily. It might be a type of enemy, and it is. Sometimes you find treasure chests, and they will turn into these mimic enemies. Now, because it's on the back floor, it automatically has stamina when you awaken it, and it will not ever lose that. So it's like senseless to fight it, in my opinion. Same with that one. I mean, the damage that they do with stamina is really powerful. Mimic enemies are really strong, especially the big mimics, like that big chest one back there. But you do sometimes find enemy. Oh, no, amulets are interesting. That's kind of cool. I'll stick that on my. No, I didn't mean that. I meant that. So that just boosts the defense because it's such a frail sword. You might as well boost it up like that. So that's pumped me up with energy. Now, if I come across a mimic here, I could fight it if I wanted to. And it didn't do too much. They tend to have very high defenses. Oh yeah, and if an enemy defends itself and you attack it, it's quite likely that you will waste a lot of WHP on it. Now that was unfortunate because I was in the middle of a combo and it decided to do it at the end. But oh yeah, now that's something else that's cool. I told you about Transfeather before. I'm sorry I'm like jumping all over the place, but you know, this is something I'd like to keep. Now I told you this is like your normal running speed, and I told you it makes you fast. And it does like drastically increase your speed, which is cool. It's probably not a good idea to overuse it because they break after a period of time. But it's a good idea just to get you around certain areas and stuff. A lot of these seem like they're going to be mimic enemies to me. No. I'm not too fussed about these being mimics because I've got water, so I did like get something out of it in the end. But I'm hoping it's going to be a big gemstone. Sadly not. Okay, well these are kind of... amulets are kind of useful at this point. Wow, mega freeze. Sometimes amulets are useful. You stick them up here and they basically protect you from whatever they do. So this is an antidote amulet, so it basically protects me from a poison attack, as it says there, and it rips after you've been like poisoned too many times, if that makes sense. But it protects you from it, but like after so many attempts to poison you, it rips. And the same with the anti-goo amulet. Goo is an interesting status problem. Basically just slows you right down, like I showed you on enemies. Luckily it doesn't tend to affect your attack speed like that, but it tends to affect your running speed. So even if I've had a Dran's Feather, let's put it like this, if I had a Dran's Feather and I was afflicted with goo and I was using it, I'd be running at the speed, like this sort of speed now. Like this sort of speed. But it's a bit of a pain as the status problem goes, but it's not desperate because most enemies are really slow anyway. I can't really think of an enemy that's actually faster than you on this. Some enemies will shoot projectiles and stuff a bit later on, and those ones sometimes you can't outrun the projectiles unless you have a Dran's Feather. What was I talking about before Dran's Feathers? I was talking about something. It's gone. Sorry. Well, anyway, we can just leave and I can do the Giaroma stuff, and then I will, you know, save and quit. I really didn't intend for it to take this long. I'm really sorry about that. Ah, no. I tried to run left, or right even, but it wouldn't do anything. Because sometimes you get caught on enemies. But it's not too much of a big deal because... you get healed once you leave the dungeon. So it's daytime, and it's probably daytime of day 2. My bad. Wow, brain fart much. Well, anyway, I don't know if the buggy has some stuff out. Yeah, it does. It has a speed path 3, which is pretty cool. Pardon me, sorry. And a fluffy donut. And this is an example of one of those foods which boosts your defense. Now you can see where it said 3 beforehand, that jumped up to 9. So I'm like, I can take much more punishment from enemies now. Just gonna look around here because there's sometimes more stuff hanging around outside houses that you've already built. So I don't know. Let's see what have we got. We've got Claude's house. And my house, which is cool. So we'll get my house all sorted. I don't know where that's meant to go exactly. I'll dump my mum in there somewhere. The likelihood is she'll be standing around out here somewhere. If not, she'll be inside. Yep, I remember that treasure chest. They always give you something different. Okay, that's Komeko, or Komacho, whatever. But let's just go up here, and into my house, and we'll talk to my mother. My mother. Oh, hello. Okay, that's a bit pathetic, really. But okay. I don't know if there's anything in that storeroom anyway, when it comes down to it. But I don't know. Let's have a look around. The event at this house is quite interesting, actually. As you can imagine, at your own house, an event would be kind of... It would either be like really crap or really cool. The first time I thought the event here was going to be sort of like I was just going to get like a specific item or something, but conveniently I didn't. I got more than that, which is very cool. You'll see what it is when it comes to it. So what's that? A cabin? I doubt it's that. Yeah. Oh no, it's that one, isn't it? So that just kind of beefed out the house a little bit. But there's no sense going probably back inside. I will check, however, in this area here for stuff. A second. I assume there isn't anything in here yet. Nope. Probably when I fill the house out a little bit more, I'll get more stuff. But until then. So we'll come back up here. We'll get Claude's house. And we'll stick that out over here. I don't really care at the moment where it goes, because it's unimportant. Okay. So then we'll just come in here and reorganize everything. And, I don't know, we might as well stick a lamp on it. Come on, we've got a spare lamp. But no old gaffer yet. Or odd gaffer. Whatever. Anyway. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to get done in this episode, so I will see all of you guys next time on Let's Play Dark Cloud.